It's 11:22 a.m. as I started recording this video. I just finished another video. And I just want to reflect, right? I remember being touched as a child, right? And I said to myself, and I was mistreated, right, at home. And so I told myself, I'm going to teach people how to treat kids, right? Unbeknownst to me, just that very thought has led to the life that I've lived. And I've had people betray me, backstab me, lie on me, try to provoke me, try to sabotage me, be jealous of me, be envious of me, try to manipulate me, try to gaslight me, and all the different things that people do. And many of these people were narcissistic. Some were sociopaths, some were psychopaths. And some were just envious of the fact that I was able to overcome certain obstacles, and that I've continued on despite anything, and that I had the confidence to just jump out there like the fool on this journey in the tarot deck, right? I had the courage to start new things, and if they stopped, I would start something else new again, and just had the courage to keep going instead of staying on the cycle, right? And then as you know, I've come into who I am now. In college, one of my majors was media arts, and then I changed it to theater at one point, right? So I understand entertainment, and I've understood it long before that. A lot of the things that are said, like Michael Jackson's song, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. And a lot of people saw it as information when it was really a message. Or the Matrix movie, Get Out, Lovecraft Country, Avatar, Superman, Batman. A lot of people see these things as pure entertainment, but there's a message in everything. Art imitates life, and life imitates me and you. And so everything that we see is based on a true story. Even if they don't say it's based on a true story, and they say it's fiction or fantasy, it's based on real life events that have occurred. And I heard this years ago, right? I had to be in my 20s when I ever heard this for the first time. And again, there is truth to it. But I wouldn't take anything away from my journey, right? I've learned a lot. Again, I don't ever say anything to brag, right? But just to put things into perspective, and people who are envious or jealous, they don't understand that concept. They just think that I want to talk about myself, right? But along my journey, again, I went to college, I earned a bachelor's degree, and then I immediately went on to earn a master's degree. But it took me 17 years to earn my bachelor's degree. And again, there were times when I wasn't in school and I was just working a job, and people were fine with that. But the moment I went back to school, oh, you doing that again? Oh, well, what you gonna do? How you gonna do it? Da-da-da-da-da, right? All these different negative things people will say to try to discourage you or block you or make you feel less than because you're doing something that you want to do for your own best interest. Even my guidance counselor in high school, I remember when I told him I wanted to be an actress, he told me that was an unrealistic career goal. And on the one hand, I wish I didn't listen, but at the same time, if I had graduated from high school and just moved to California like I wanted to at that point, before I'd made some other decisions, there are bigger lessons as you elevate higher, right? As some people say, new levels, new devils, right? And so I think of like, the Puffies and, those different people and situations that occurred in Hollywood. And so perhaps it was protection. And then I think of some of the things that I wasn't protected from, that I also think of the fact that we're not given more than we can handle. And I handled it, right? And I've come such a long way, and I have to give myself credit for this journey that I've taken. And I wouldn't take anything away from it. And so after being injured at work, I took my life coaching certification. It took me 9 months, and that was one hell of a journey, and I learned so much. And before that was over, I took a Reiki course at the same time. And then immediately after that, I became a certified yogi, right? And this was in 2022. And so I started meditating with Oberon Deepak in 2013. That has rolled over now to maybe end of 2021, beginning of 2022, right? And now we're in 2025. And I've entered back into the workplace, and I've been tested, and I've been triggered, and I've been provoked. Yet the way that I would handle things 10 years ago is completely different from the way that I handle things now. And I do my best not to allow people to trigger me, and they try. They try really hard, and they think that they're going to get a certain reaction out of me. And I just sit back and laugh, because I'm on the outside looking in now, and I see it for what it is. And although, again, I will stand up for myself or defend myself if and when I need to, but in a different way. Because sometimes you have to put people in their place. You don't have to yell. You don't have to curse. You can just sternly and firmly say what you need to say, and they will get the message. And because I laugh a lot, some people think I can't be taken seriously. And it's actually the exact opposite. People respect me more because I respect them. And as a leader, I can get people to do almost anything that I want them to do. And not in a way that I'm telling them what to do, but people are willing to do things for me because, again, I respect them. I do things for them. I treat them with respect. I don't put myself on a pedestal to make myself out to be better than anybody. And if and when people actually get to know me, they realize that. But if people are looking for something other than that, they're never going to see it, because they already have this preconceived notion. They already have this judgment. They already think they know, and they have no idea. And I allow them to do so, because that's not my concern. Again, I'm here to lead by example, and I've said that for years. And again, the more that I learn, the more that I become more of who I was meant to be before anything tragic or traumatic ever happened to me. I see that even more. right? I see, again, things that people don't see. My intuition is extremely on point. I see people watching me and I chuckle on the inside because, again, their mind is thinking the worst. And I'm sitting back analyzing them, and they don't know that I'm analyzing them, while they think they're analyzing me. Right? I'm just here to see, do, and be the best version of myself. And again, if I influence one person, I've done what the Most High wants me to do. But I've influenced a lot of people, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm looking forward to motivating, inspiring, and influencing more people, because it's all about love. Again, people can't even imagine being in my position because they're so focused on their material things. If they were to lose their material things, they would probably lose their mind. Some people even take themselves out, because they can't handle not being able to survive in a certain way. Whereas the strength comes in thriving with little to nothing. The strength comes from the power of the mind, renewing the mind. Right? And people always talk about the Bible, and they talk about stories like Job and Joseph and Jacob and all the different biblical figures. Yet they don't apply those same principles to their own life. And that's what the purpose is. To learn from those stories and to apply them to your life. But instead, people pick out what they want and apply it, and use the rest to judge people as if that's correct, as if that's righteous, as if that's godly. We're not here to do that. We're here to help one another and lift one another up, so that if you see someone who is not doing so well, even giving them a kind and encouraging word is what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to turn our back. Do you know how many people turn their back on you when they find out that you don't have the money that they think you should have, or you don't live in the type of home that they think that you have? And God forbid, they know that you're homeless if you happen to be in that situation. They won't even offer you a shower. They snub their nose up at you, and they think that they're better than you somehow. Although we breathe the same air and bleed the same color. And they somehow think that you're going to do something like steal from them, when they're really the ones who are thieves. That also comes with not getting to know a person for who they truly are. I've had people accuse me of stealing, and I've never so much as taken a piece of tissue from their bathroom that I wasn't supposed to have. I worked for this lady for 5 years, and I told her about the other people who were stealing from her, and she trusted me while she was sick. But as soon as she came back, all of a sudden she treated me as if she didn't trust me, as if I had given her reason to. And then when I distanced myself and separated myself from her, she didn't understand why. But people know what they're doing, right? She even had people call me because she assumed that I stole her business model. When I specifically said out of my mouth, this is not something that I want to do. I'm just here helping you. I even told her, I feel that God sent me here to help you grow your business. And her business did grow after I left. Because sometimes you have to remove yourself in order for people to have a better understanding of what's really going on. Otherwise, people will take you for granted. They will manipulate you. And again, they will try to belittle you and make you feel like you're less than. They will ask you questions about why you made a certain choice, as if you don't have the right to make the decisions that you want for your life. Like, oh, why are you wearing that? Why are you doing that? I was even, asked why I want to be a life coach and laughed at. And people think that you don't know they're mocking you behind your back. People aren't used to being around truly intuitive people who get messages from the Most High through meditation and silence and mindfulness. I often bring up the book, Their Eyes Were Watching God. And Janie knew they were talking about her behind her back. She didn't have to be sitting there listening to the conversation. If you ever read the book or watch the movie starring Halle Berry, you'll see that. You never know who a person is. And we mistreat people and laugh people, and we underestimate them and their powers and abilities. And we think they're just like us, but they're not like us. Many people are earth angels. And again, we don't realize that. We just assume everybody is the same. But those quiet people, not the quiet ones you have to watch out for, who are secretly deceptive and conniving. Those quiet ones, though, who sit back and watch and smile and always do the right thing when no one is looking. For themselves, to themselves. Right? It's that person. If they drop trash on the ground outside, their integrity tells them to pick it up and find the nearest trash can or put it in their pocket until they do. Because again, there are forces in the universe that see what we're doing, even if a person's physical eyes don't see what we're doing. So it's a matter of always doing the right thing. By people, places, and things. And again, many people don't understand that concept. Because they're like, oh, well, ain't nobody see me. And they think that they're getting away with it. And they think that you can walk into a room and feel the thickness after someone's been talking about you. And you can tell that they're pretending that they weren't. The other day at work, because people don't know how to communicate, or because people are so envious and jealous, some of them want to be like you, but they don't know how. And so they try to pretend, and they pretend as if they have to be the way that you are, right? I smile because I truly have joy on the inside of my heart, right? And I do my best to be my best and live my best and make the best out of every day and each and every moment. And I do my best not to allow anyone to sway me or take me off of my square. But one thing I am not is phony. if you show me that you don't like me, please don't smile in my face. It's unnecessary. Be yourself. This is one of the things that I encourage people to do. Be yourself. I can see you. I know that you're being fake. There's no amount of smiling that can make me think any differently. Even if I smile back at you and give you the same energy that you're giving me. Right? Energy does not lie. And so this person wanted me to do something, which is fine. I don't have a problem following directions at work. I'm at work. I don't own the business. If someone needs me to do something, I just go ahead and do it. Whereas some people feel like I don't want anybody to tell me what to do and they rebel against it. It's not that serious for me. I don't care enough to do that. You want me to do something? Sure, I'll do it. As long as it's not hurting me or someone else and I know it doesn't go against company policy, fine, I'll do it. Even if it doesn't make sense to do, right? Again, as long as it's not hurting me or going against company policy, if you want me to do this foolish thing that doesn't make sense, fine, I'll do it, right? I remember at one position I was at, this girl got mad and she stormed off because how dare this person send you to ask me to do something, as if this is wrong. It makes absolutely no sense. The supervisor, who was being petty, and I knew that, but she asked me to go ask this girl to do something for her, and the girl got mad. Again, very, very immature, right? So I liken this person to have this same type of behavior pattern. And so because some people don't know how to communicate, and because I smile all the time, this person felt the need to smile before they asked me to do what they were requesting of me. I just stood there and looked at her without a smile, because why are you being fake? This is not necessary. Be yourself, baby. I don't care enough. I don't want anybody to be like me. I want you to be like yourself. Be who you are. And let that be the reason. And let that be good enough. But if you want to do or be something different and you would like me, to ask a question on how, or you would like some guidance, I'll be more than happy to give you that guidance. And I know some people secretly watch me on social media and they try to repeat the behavior, but it's deeper than that. Again, I've been on this journey for years. This didn't happen overnight. A lot of things occurred for me to get to this point. And some people couldn't imagine themselves dealing with half of the things that I've dealt with. Being touched as early as 3 years old. Right? Not getting the support. Not getting the protection. Right? Growing up. Some people couldn't even imagine those things. Being betrayed multiple times and still even being friends with the person that you betrayed them, because they say keep your enemies closer. And this helps you to learn from them. And learn from them without telling them about themselves, just watching. To see how people operate and how far they will actually go. I've learned a lot. But again, people thought I was just stupid and naive and I didn't know what was going on. They didn't realize I was watching. They didn't realize I could see through them and see what they were doing. Right? Again, they just thought I was stupid, naive, and I would do anything for anybody. And you know what's funny too? Sometimes people are in cahoots, right? And they'll try to bring people along. And because I'm a good person, I've had a lot of people come and tell me the truth. Unbeknownst to the person. A lot. Because a lot of people play both sides of the fence. I don't care if it's at work or at home. A lot of people play both sides of the fence because they know that I'm a genuinely good person. And they don't like to see me mistreated. And so they look out for me. Again, unbeknownst to some people who think they're being slick and sneaky. And let them. All is well. Like I said, I wouldn't take anything away from my journey. I appreciate all the people along my journey who have helped me to learn the lessons that I needed to learn, who have helped me to see people as they truly are, who have helped me to become the person that I am. Because if they weren't in my life, I would not have become the person that I am now. I would not be able to help others to become the people that they want to be. I would not have that dream of when I was a little girl to teach people how to treat other people. And although it started out with me teaching people how to treat children, I am now teaching people how to treat everyone. And again, some people will leave here the same way that they came in, or the same way that they are now. And they'll never learn how to have compassion, how to have empathy, and how to have respect. And some people don't like the word empathy, but it is what it is. And this isn't even about being humble, because humble means lowly, and we don't want to be lowly. We want to vibrate high and attract. We want to be so serene within ourselves that a butterfly can land on us and not be afraid. That is strength and power. To connect with nature, then you can walk with a lion. You ever see those people walking with lions or hyenas? And you think, wow, how could that person do that? They have an inner calm and an inner peace. And they're able to tame the beast. They can tame the beast within. They can tame the beast outside of them. That is true power. Not manipulation, not guilt, not blame, not shame. Not dishonesty, not disrespect, not belittling, becoming. I hope this message was helpful. And if you're on a challenging journey, take the challenges with stride. Ask yourself, what have I learned from this? And move forward with your head held high and the utmost confidence. And an inner serenity, tranquility, and joy that surpasses all understanding. Love y'all. Later.